We're all aware that teenagers sometimes engage in risky behaviors. We know that many students have matured to the point of independence, but haven't yet fully developed the adult skills to mitigate risk and make wise, safe choices, especially when it comes to alcohol, drugs, and driving. Since 1994, MADD Canada has been committed to teach students across Canada about the dangers of impaired driving. Our national middle and high school program targets students in grades 7 to 12 with the goal to empower them to make better, safer choices when it comes to alcohol, drugs, and driving. Why? Because their very lives are at risk. Based on current data available, MADD Canada estimates more than half of the crash deaths for youth aged 15 to 24 involve alcohol and/or drugs. That's why laws are in place to protect teen drivers. Despite this, a recent study tells us 5% of students reported operating a vehicle within an hour of drinking 1 or more drinks of alcohol. 4% reported operating a vehicle within 2 hours of using cannabis. And the dangers aren't just behind the wheel. Almost a third of students, 32%, reported being a passenger in a vehicle driven by someone who had 1 or more drinks of alcohol in the last hour. 16% of students reported being a passenger in a vehicle driven by someone who had been using cannabis in the last 2 hours. MADD Canada's national school program is designed to speak to students in their own language and teach them how to make smarter choices when it comes to impaired driving.
Before, I didn't know much about impaired driving. It really opened my eyes, and I have realized how much it can affect people.
And the show was just shocking.
Today, when we were watching the video, I think a lot of people were fairly impacted by it. I saw a couple of people crying.
It was really impactful, and it's still in my head.
I think it was the most educational program I've seen. I think other schools should see this program, know and realize the real dangers and how much this impacts everybody.
Our program begins with a powerful teen drama that shows students the tragic consequences of impaired driving. The short drama is followed by testimonials from real-life impaired driving victims who share their heartbreaking stories with the audience.
Kylie is the only person not here. Well, I didn't know what to, I couldn't believe even what I was hearing. And I never wanted to leave that hospital room. And so if I didn't leave, I didn't have to tell anybody.
The program comes with some great resources for teachers available online at madd.ca. These include a youth manual, posters, and an educator's guide to help teachers facilitate meaningful discussion in the classroom after the presentation. Students leave MADD Canada's school program having learned 4 practical life lessons.
Never drive impaired.
Never get into a car with an impaired driver.
Plan ahead and choose a designated driver.
And always call 911 to report an impaired driver.
I think the emotions hit home when they come back to class and they've just seen it. That is when the dialogue happens.
I think it empowers them to be able to speak up to each other because they have heard that same message.
It's important to reach students at this age because they're being faced with new experiences. You know, they're going out to parties, they're getting a license, they've got a ton of new friends, and now peer pressure is coming along and maybe they don't know how to handle it. And so we're saying to them, you know, here are the tools you're gonna need. So if you're faced with a situation, you know how to handle it. And this way they will be safe.
The thing I love the most about this job is that sometimes you get that direct feedback from the kids. They come talk to you and they say, this is such an important message. I'm so happy you came to my school. Sometimes they share personal stories. Like I have an uncle who has problems with impaired driving and my family tried to talk sense into him and I love that you're here. Now I can share this message back home. These are 4 rules that I can give to him. This is important. I feel like I'm giving kids these tools that are really valuable to their communities and their neighborhoods and their homes as well. So yeah, I think it's definitely saving lives.
At MADD Canada, we're proud of the effect our school programs have had over the years. Follow-up surveys have proven that our program is working, especially when the lessons are reinforced every year. Teen impaired driving statistics have started to trend down, but our work is not over. We believe that even 1 teen death from impaired driving is 1 too many, and students agree. Help us empower them to keep each other safe. Join us in the fight to end impaired driving. Help us get the message out. Call today and book MADD Canada's school program at your school. Let's work together to keep students across Canada safe.